Candidates for next February's presidential elections in Nigeria have signed an agreement promising to run peaceful campaigns. They've also agreed to respect electoral laws before, during, and after the elections to ensure a violence-free process.
In a message to the candidates during the ceremony in Abuja, President Muhammadu Buhari urged candidates to run issue-based campaigns, shun personal attacks, insult, and incitement, and avoid spreading fake news. The National Peace Accord initiative was first introduced during the 2015 election season following post-election violence in 2011 when hundreds of people were killed. At the ceremony, the chairman, the National Peace Committee, Abdusalami Abubakar, and INEC chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, charged the parties to approach the election the right way.
The first peace accord, which holds today, is to commit all political parties, presidential candidates, and their spokesperson to peaceful political campaigns and rallies, devoid of violence, incitement, and personal insult.
It is not enough to simply sign the peace accord. What is more important is to abide by its letter and spirit. You should similarly pass the message to all your candidates, members, and supporters across the country for compliance.
Now, among the signees were the former Vice President of Nigeria, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar of the opposition People's Democratic Party, PDP, Labour Party's candidate Peter Obi, and Rabiu Kwankwaso of the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the flag bearer of the ruling All Progressive Congress, was curiously absent, but was represented at the event by his running mate, Kashim Shettima.
And that is something that sparked up conversations. Where is Tinubu was the hashtag that was trending.
Oh, you saw
Sorry,
it?
where?
Okay.
Yeah, you did see.
Oh, I did see.
Yeah,
and
you did see
I
that
saw,
a lot of people were asking, say, where is he? And one of the conversations or one of the questions that people asked is it right for the deputy presidential candidate or the vice presidential candidate to standing for the presidential candidate to sign? I mean, if you look at the video there, we can see Shettima sitting beside Peter Obi. Where the presidential candidates, the presidential flag bearers are sitting is where Shettima went to sit. And Showari, of course, who is a presidential candidate as well, was made to sit at the back. So there were conversations about why is he, who is a presidential candidate, sitting behind and a vice presidential candidate sitting in front. Of course, there have been speculations about the role of Kashim Shettima and the current government. Recently, a media house had an interview with did a report and spoke to the presidential candidates, and you could see that on the photographs, they put photographs of all the presidential candidates, and in place of APC, they put Shettima's.
So it is becoming worrisome, and I fear that, a lot of people are, doing a repeat of what we've seen before. So two things, the first one is, it seems like a particular candidate is being shielded from media scrutiny and has been shielded from, public scrutiny generally, refusing to answer, certain questions that the general public have, put forward. And these are just very basic questions because these things determine where the country goes from 2023. And so it feels once again like the person is being shielded and, the vice president, presidential candidate rather, is, being then presented to cover up for, this person. That's one side of it, the shielding part, which we've seen before a lot. But the second part is also the place where it seems like time and time again, Kashim Shettima is taking the role of president instead of vice president. You remember he made a statement saying that, when they get into power, that he will, take charge of security while, of course, Bola Tinubu will take care of the economy and all of that. So It's just red flags here and there.
Nigerians are curiously, of course, asking, are we going to have candidates who will not be speaking to us again? This is something we're not looking forward to seeing in 2023.